Welcome back to Fantasy Beech Boys, episode 4 today. New guest on, Chris Verilli, Sudbury local beside me. Big episode this week. We're going to have our fantasy sleepers. We're each going to give you one today, but a little quick backstory on Verilli. He attends the University of Laurentian just like we do. He is in SPAD. He's actually done.
I graduated.
He's done.
He's an older fella.
Yeah. Bad vet.
Yeah, so I met Verilli in my first year. I was known as a young Verilli, I guess you could say. It's actually a compliment.
I don't know if anyone ever actually called you that, but
you did.
I never heard that.
No,
that is a compliment if I did.
Yeah, so, no, it happened. No, whatever they say, it happened. But I think we just get right into this one. Actually, quick backstory on Verilli, a little more. We found him off the street.
What? No. That's not, dude. My current job, I get people off the street, so I don't know if that's true either. A couple of fake stats today.
Doesn't do his job well, I guess. Right into it here. Okay, Verilli's going first.
Yeah, always go guest first.
Guest first here, Verilli. Take us away with your sleeper.
All right, if we're getting right into it, so we were kind of planning on doing more deep sleepers, waiver wire guys, because a lot of you probably did your drafts already. So first sleeper we're going with today is Matt Grzelcyk, defenseman on the Boston Bruins. A lot of people probably know who he is, but never really thought of him as fantasy relevant. Well, with Torrey Krug being gone, that opens up the power play one spot for Grzelcyk. Last year, when Torrey Krug was injured, Grzelcyk filled in and did really, really well. So the Bruins expect him to go right back to that role and generate a lot of points on that top power play unit with possibly the best line in hockey. Last year, he had 21 points in 68 games, so not terrible numbers for a defenseman who didn't get a lot of power play time, second pair. Easily going to be a top 4 D-man this year with the loss of Krug and Chara. Looking for over 20 minutes a night. Good chance he's moved up to the first pair if he plays well. So it's a lot more opportunity. Over 100 shots last season, so look for that number to increase big time with him being full-time power play 1. And as a great defensive team that the Bruins are, should easily have a pretty good plus-minus. So a good all-around player for you. He'll get you your shots, your blocks, some power play points, and a good plus-minus. Reports out of camp is that he looks phenomenal, so Boston's really going to lean on him this year. So I think that'll be a great player to go pick up if you haven't already done so.
Yeah, I like that. I like that pick. I mean, someone's got to fill in for that spot on the top D pair on the power play, and why not him? It seems like they're leaning towards him. So I definitely see him picking up his role this year and becoming fantasy relevant.
I drafted him last round of my first league. And then my second league that I did last night, he's still on the free agency. So
you better pick him up
right
after the pod. Go get him.
Anyways, we'll go right into mine. So I'm going good Canadian boy, Robert Thomas. First round pick, 20th overall in 2017. Played on the World Junior team. Plays for St. Louis. I imagine if you're listening to this, you already know that. He's a second-line center, looking like he's going to be on the PP1 this season, playing with Hoffman. So see a lot of points. He had 42 points last year. He can play the wing. Top power play. St. Louis had a top power play last year, so him on the PP1, a lot of points I'm looking at right here. I really like that. I got really nothing else. It's just a really great pick.
Can confirm someone picked him up in my league this morning, so it checks out. Fact check that one, but shout out Sykes for picking up Robert Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Thomas, you're not the only one who thinks Robert Thomas is potentially a deep sleeper this year.
Yeah, we've had a few.
Yeah.
A few.
So I would definitely I think people should take a look at picking him up or potentially trading for him while he's still at a low value.
Sleeper,
yeah. So I guess I'm up. I'm going real deep. I'm going right in there. ADP of 523. Rasmus Andersson, defenseman on the Calgary Flames. You know what? I can tell you a few things why I like him, but I just got a gut feeling about this guy. 24 years old. He has more playoff points than Mark Giordano. Mark Giordano has 7 points in 23 playoff games, while Rasmus has 8 points in 15 games. He had 5 points in 10 games this past playoff, so he keeps getting better. He had 22 points last year in 70 games. He's a Barrie Colts OHL grad. He was top 50 last year in shots. We didn't need his
life story. We just needed
Barrie Colts.
I'm throwing out these. I'm throwing out these
any
stats.
other Barrie Colt that was good in the NHL? Sheshnikov?
Right? He played for Barrie.
You guys know him? Scheifele played for Barrie. You mean Scheifele? Scheiflikov?
A mix between the two. Maybe they were line mates.
All right.
He is projected by Flames Nation to be playing first line with Giordano. He's projected to play first line minutes, and there has been rumblings about him playing first line power play.
Did you hear these rumblings?
Yes, I heard these rumblings on TSN. So,
Oh.
so I mean, if he goes first line power play, then his ADP is not 523. I'll tell you that. So I would look to pick him up right now and then see if he plays power play 1. If he doesn't, then look to drop him. But overall, I mean, he's solid player. I don't understand why his ADP is 523 when he's going to be a first line defenseman.
I actually have no idea.
It's a good point for sure. They didn't expect him there, and I guess it's his role for now.
Someone slipped up in the analytics department for the NHL.
Yeah, maybe. So those are our 3. So Rasmus Andersson, who do you have really?
Matt Grzelcyk.
And then
Robert Thomas,
Okay.
good Canadian boy.
And then obviously we're going to hit Verilli with our question that we ask all our guests.
Yeah.
So what is your big hot take this year? It could be player-wise. It could be team-wise. What do you think is going to happen in the NHL that no one expects?
We throw you on the spot. We've thrown everybody on the spot so far.
Tough.
Yeah, we got Cody's. Cody's was
One team in the East is going to not make playoffs.
Yeah.
One big team.
One big team.
There's going to be more than one team that doesn't make the playoffs.
Shen said that the Ravens were going to the Super Bowl. I mean, he's looking,
It's not bad.
and now you're up.
How many games the NHL playing this year?
56.
56?
Yeah.
Look for Matthews to score between 45 and 50 goals this year in 56
That's
games.
a hot take.
Wow.
Yeah, might be a little biased as a Leafs fan, but the guy's got something to prove. He wants to score 50. Should have had it last year, so look for him to just absolutely light
50 and 56.
light the lamp
Wow.
this year.
Okay. That's Verilli's hot take. Those are our 3 sleepers for the 2021 NHL season. Stay tuned for more information on Fantasy Beech Boys on Twitter and YouTube.